Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Alcos? Ms. Amato?
Excused.
Ms. Bellotti? Mr. Chun? Ms. Cochran?
Excused.
Mr. Evslin? Mr. Garcia? Mr. Garrett?
Excused.
Ms. Grandinetti? Mr. Hashem? Mr. Holt? Mr. Hussey? Ms. Ichiyama?
Excused.
Mr. Iligan? Ms. Iwamoto? Ms. Kahaloa? Ms. Capella? Ms. Kohokapu Liloi? Mr. Kila? Ms. Kitagawa? Mr. Kong? Mr. Cush? Ms. Lachika? Ms. Lamosau? Mr. Lee? Ms. Lowen? Ms. Martin? Mr. Matayoshi? Ms. Matsumoto? Mr. Miyake? Ms. Morikawa? Mr. Muraoka? Mr. Olds? Ms. Peruso?
Excused.
Mr. Pirrick? Ms. Poepoe? Mr. Quinlan?
Excused.
Ms. Reyes Oda? Mr. Sayama? Mr. Shimizu? Ms. Souza? Mr. Takeyama? Ms. Takenouchi? Mr. Tam? Mr. Tarnas? Ms. Templo? Mr. Todd? Mr. Woodson? Mr. Yamashita? Madam Speaker.
Here.
Madam Speaker, 44 members are present, 6 are excused.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 2, reading of the journal. Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Item number 3, messages from the governor. Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the governor?
Madam Speaker, there are none.
Item number 4, Senate communications. Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Yes, Madam Speaker, if you and the members will turn your attention to the addendum to today's order of the day. We are in receipt of communications returning the noted House concurrent resolutions, all having been adopted in the Senate. We are in further receipt of a communication informing the House that the Senate has passed the noted Senate bills on final reading. We are in further receipt of a communication informing the House that the Senate has reconsidered action in disagreeing to amendments proposed by the House and has agreed to the amendments proposed to the noted Senate bill. We are in further receipt of a communication informing the House that the Senate has disagreed to the amendments proposed by the House to the noted Senate concurrent resolutions. Finally, we are in receipt of communications informing the House that the Senate has appointed conferees to the noted House and Senate bills.
Members, are there any introductions? Representative Tam.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In the gallery today are 2 members of the Hawaii State LGBTQ+ Commission, Mr. Michael Galoyu Jr. and Ms. Kat Odell. Please stand. They are here for Queer Day at the Capitol. I encourage everyone to stop by. They will be up there till 1 o'clock. Learn about the resources that are available to all the LGBT constituents in your district, and welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Martin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It was with great pride and honor that I welcome the Kailua High School boys varsity basketball team, who are the 2025 Oahu Interscholastic Association Division I Championships, which is an honor that they have not had at Kailua High School since I was in high school back in the early 80s. I'd like to welcome, please rise and please hold your applause, our coaches, Wally Marcial, Chuck Ald, Damian Guerrero, Cleet Pang, our managers, Benjamin Wiggett and Aiden Ka'ahanui, statisticians, Kaili, Lion, Haley, Sophia, and our team members, Makai, Maddox, Colin, Tyler, Skylar, Reston, Max, Nainoa, Keiichi, Dylan, Noah, Joseph, Paul, Sebastian, and Pax. Congratulations on your amazing undefeated season, and welcome to your House of Representatives.
Are there any further introductions? Representative Capella.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my staff in the gallery. I have my committee clerk, Mahalia Giselman, my legislative aide, Emma Schell, and my office manager, Ruby Jordan. Thank you for all you do, and welcome to your House of Representatives.
Let's move on to the order of the day. Item number 5, unfinished business. We are on item number 5. Members, please note that per committee referral sheet number 33, the following measures have been referred solely to the following committees. House Resolution number 199 to the Committee on Public Safety, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 69 SD1 HD1, and Senate Concurrent Resolution number 70 SD1, both to the Committee on Health, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 111 to the Committee on Energy and Environmental Protection, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 123 SD1 HD1 to the Committee on Consumer Protection and Commerce, and Senate Concurrent Resolution number 142 SD1 HD1 to the Committee on Higher Education. The Committees on Water and Land, Consumer Protection and Commerce, Health, Judiciary, and Hawaiian Affairs, and the Committee on Finance waived their referrals to their respective measures, and therefore it is appropriate to the House to consider action for adoption. We will be taking up 3 motions. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House to reconsider action previously taken on House Resolution number 199, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 69 SD1 HD1, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 70 SD1, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 111, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 123 SD1 HD1, and Senate Concurrent Resolution number 142 SD1 HD1.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Members, we will be taking a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to reconsider action taken pursuant to the recommendations contained in Standing Committee Report numbers 1591, 2073, 2075, 2051, 2081, and 2046, recommending referral to their designated committees.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion? Members, we will be taking a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution number 199, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 69 SD1 HD1, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 70 SD1, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 111, Senate Concurrent Resolution number 123 SD1 HD1, and Senate Concurrent Resolution number 142 SD1 HD1, as listed on pages 1 through 3.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion on these items beginning with HR 199? On the top of page 2, SCR number 69. SCR number 70. SCR number 111. Representative Matsumoto.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Pirik.
Thank you. No vote.
So ordered. Representative Muraoka.
Same request.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. No vote, please.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
No vote.
So ordered. Let's move on to the top of page 3, SCR number 123. Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support with one reservation.
Please proceed.
Thank you. This is requesting the judiciary to convene a working group to review the residential landlord-tenant code to determine if any amendments or updates are necessary to improve the landlord-tenant interactions and address other housing issues. Like with many working groups, I think it's really important that community members, and in this case, tenants, who are often underrepresented within the real estate industry, within the land, among attorneys. Oftentimes, tenants go to court unrepresented or minimally represented by a public interest organization such as a Legal Aid or Volunteer Legal Services Hawaii, both of which I have worked for. So I understand that tenants feel underrepresented as a whole. I just wish that these task force that address tenant issues are explicitly ask the body to be configured with equal representation from landlords, real estate agents, property managers, as well as equal representation from those who do assist tenants or tenant groups or tenants themselves. Thank you so much.
Let's move on to Standing Committee Report number 142. Okay, members, we will be taking a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Item number 5, reports of standing committees. Representative Todd.
I think item number 6.
I'm sorry, item number 6.
Gotcha. Madam Speaker, I move to adopt Standing Committee Report numbers 2125 through 2139 as listed on pages 3 through 8, and that the accompanying Senate concurrent resolutions, as may be amended, be adopted.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion on these items, beginning with HSCR number 2125? Let's go to the top of page 4. Standing Committee Report 2126, 2127. Representative Perrick.
Thank you. Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Reservations, please.
So ordered. Representative Elkos.
No vote.
So ordered. Moving on to Standing Committee Report 2128. Representative Perrick.
Thank you. No vote.
So ordered. Moving on to Standing Committee Report 2129. 2130. 2131. 2132. At the top of page 6, Standing Committee Report 2133, 2134, Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support with reservations.
Please proceed.
Thank you. So the legislature, in 2020, the legislature passed an Act 16, which codified the following, that we as a state are prohibiting construction of private shoreline hardening structures, including seawalls and revetments, at sites having sand beaches and sites where shoreline hardening structures interfere with existing recreational and waterline activities. We will be hearing 4 different resolutions on this area of law today. So I went through, so this particular resolution before us that we're voting on has to do with issuing a 25-year easement for state submerged lands in front of personal property. In this particular instance, the erosion that's occurring is partially caused by the government constructing a harbor. So the government hardened the nearby shoreline, which caused erosion of this particular property. For that reason, I'm going to be, I support with reservations. But there will be, these requests for shoreline hardening are a case-by-case basis, and on this one, I'm voting with reservations. Thank you.
Representative Souza.
With reservations.
So ordered. Moving on to Standing Committee Report 2135, Representative Iwamoto.
And thank you, Madam Speaker. Rising in support with reservations. This specific easement is because it doesn't, so the structure that's currently there now functions as a seawall. However, there were stairs built into the wall that eroded over time and went into disrepair. This resolution just requests that they rebuild the stairs. These particular stairs retract into the wall. They do not extend into the ocean, causing a kind of extension of hardening. Because they retract into the wall, I will support with the reservations. Thank you.
Representative Souza.
With reservations.
So ordered. Let's move to the top of page 7, Standing Committee Report 2136. 2137. Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in opposition. Here we have a...
Please proceed.
Thank you very much. This is issuance of an easement, which again, it has to do with personal property and offering an easement of submerged public lands. In this case, the structure that the revetment is fronting used to be a landscaping wall many, many years, decades ago, but over time it's now become constructively a seawall just because of sea level rise. So to me, this is exactly one of the issues that the law in 2020 was meant to address. Here we have sea level rise now taking a public beach away from the public. So in this case, I would oppose this because it is specifically about a revetment where there was sand or should be sand, and now it is basically a taking of public lands from the people. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Representative Souza?
With reservations.
So ordered. Let's move on to Standing Committee Report 2138. Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Rise in opposition.
Please proceed.
So this one authorizes the issuance of a 25-year term non-exclusive easement covering a portion of state submerged lands at Ewa Beach, Ewa, Oahu for a seawall. So this is specifically being prohibited by the statute I referenced, and for that reason, I rise in opposition.
Representative Souza.
With reservations.
So ordered. And at the top of page 8, Standing Committee Report number 2139. Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in opposition. Here, this resolution requests the Hawaii State Energy Office to convene a nuclear energy working group to study the feasibility of using advanced nuclear power technologies in this state. According to the committee report, your committee, the committee received testimony in opposition to this measure from the Environmental Caucus of the Democratic Party of Hawaii, Maui Peace Action, Malu'aina Center for Nonviolent Education and Action, 350 Hawaii, Energy Justice Network, Greenpeace Hawaii, Hawaii Chapter of Americans for Democratic Action, Kauai Women's Caucus, Kulia I Kanu'u Outreach and Aloha Lokahi Association, and from 42 individuals. Many of them were concerned that this used to be a task force to look into geothermal as an option, and in the committee amendments that occurred right before the last committee, it turned into nuclear power that's going to be studied. The report also cites the Hawaii State Energy Office as offering comments. But if I may, just share a few of the excerpts from their testimony. And so this is HSEO, the Hawaii State Energy Office, notes that Article 11, Section 8 of the Hawaii State Constitution states, no nuclear fission power plant shall be constructed or radioactive material disposed of in the state without prior approval by a 2/3 vote in each house of the legislature. Therefore, a working group would need to have compelling evidence that nuclear power generation technologies met technical readiness criteria, delivered energy that was cost competitive to what it was replacing, and could deliver and manage energy production in a safe and reliable manner. Small modular reactors, or SMRs, are not likely well suited for Hawaii due to a variety of reasons. And in terms of technical readiness, the Nuclear Energy Agency reported no operational SMRs deployed in the US as of 2024. Currently, there are only 3 SMRs operational worldwide in China, Russia, and Japan. The development of light water-cooled SMRs undergoes licensing review by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, or NRC, and planned SMRs in the US are in pre-licensing phase, with none expected for deployment until 2030 at the earliest, for prices that have yet to be determined. Given the current lack of cost, production, safety, and nuclear waste management information on SMRs, the Hawaii State Energy Office has no expectation that SMRs will be commercially available at cost-competitive prices for another decade, and therefore believes the formation of a nuclear energy working group is premature. Furthermore, Governor Green's direction to HSEO has been to, quote, conduct a full-scale analysis of every possible energy source except nuclear that can accelerate Hawaii's transition away from fossil fuel dependence. So in conclusion, HSEO requests that the creation of a nuclear working group be set aside until commercial SMRs units have been installed successfully elsewhere in the United States. Installation and operational costs are available, and waste management systems and processes have been deployed and proven to be safe, reliable, and cost-effective. At such time, it would be appropriate to expend time and resources to evaluate the potential and applicability of nuclear energy for power generation in Hawaii. For these reasons, I stand in opposition.
Any further discussion? Representative Tarnas.
Thank you. Just note my reservations, and I would like to cite the concerns of the State Energy Office. Thank you.
So ordered. Representative Poipoi.
Thank you, Speaker. A no vote for me. Thank you.
So ordered. Representative Capella.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Same request.
So ordered. Representative Grandinetti.
Same request.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Representative Lowen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In support.
Please proceed.
Actually, I appreciate the testimony being read aloud because I don't really disagree with a lot of what's in there. But, this issue has come up. This is the 3rd year in a row. There's an interest from many legislators in looking at whether it's an option for Hawaii, and I think that it's important sometimes to settle these questions so that we can move forward and focus our efforts where they make sense to focus them. And so I think that, there is a good reason for moving this forward, and it is a very sort of short-term working group just to sort of get a definitive answer on this question for now and settle some things so that we can focus on moving forward on developing resources that are viable in the state. Thanks.
Representative Muraoka.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Souza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In opposition, and can I have the words of the representative from Kaka'ako inserted into the record as my own?
So ordered. Representative Reyes-Oda.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Hussey.
With reservations. And
So
I'd like,
ordered.
Please, thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like the record to reflect that there were efforts, I believe in the 1970s, to construct a nuclear power plant here, I believe in Heia, and the community actually successfully fought back against those plans. Thank you very much.
Okay, members, we will be taking a voice vote. All those in favor, say aye. All those opposed, say no. The motion is carried. Members, please return to your digital action sheets by clicking on the Action Sheet tab on the top middle of your screen. We will be taking up two motions. One, to suspend the rules to reconsider our previous action in disagreeing to the Senate amendments, and one, to reconsider our previous action and give notice of the intent to agree. Representative Todd, for the motion to suspend the rules to reconsider previous action.
Speaker, may I have a brief recess to allow us to address our technical problems again?
Recess, subject to the call of the chair. Call us back to order. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House to reconsider action previously taken in disagreeing to amendments made by the Senate to certain House bills.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any questions? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd for the motion to reconsider.
Madam Speaker, I move to reconsider action previously taken in disagreeing to the amendments made by the Senate and to give notice of the intent to agree to the amendments to the following House bills as referenced on your digital action sheets. House Bill number 413, HD1. House Bill number 477, HD1. House Bill number 871, HD1. House Bill number 951, HD2. House Bill number 1002, HD1. House Bill number 1017, HD1. House Bill number 1120, HD2. House Bill number 1065, HD1. House Bill number 1152, HD1, and House Bill number 1379, HD2.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Oh, Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just have a question, and I'm sorry for my not being informed, but when the representative read out the list, I was wondering how come the Senate amendments weren't attached to that?
I'm going to call a recess, subject to the call of the chair. Calling this meeting back to order. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members, these measures will appear on Monday's order of the day for agree and for final reading. Item number 7, announcements. Members, we are back on the order of the day. Item number 7, are there any announcements? Representative Kush.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, we have the privilege of welcoming the Honokaa High School Jazz Band. I believe they're in the Senate chambers. In collaboration with Senator Richard's office, we'll be presenting certificates to all 31 students. And they will be playing, well, they'll be in the Rotunda at 3 p.m. playing, so please join them. From 12 to 1, they'll be in room 224 if you can stop by and say hello if you know anybody from Honokaa or check them out. These are fine young students, and this is my favorite cell phone-free school, so see what kids look like in that. Thank you.
Representative Garcia.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just an update for those interested. The funeral services for Rep. Ward has been arranged and finalized, so it'll be on Monday, May 5th, following the adjournment of session at 10 a.m. at the King's Chapel, East Oahu.
Thank you. Representative Lachica.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, on your desk are a set of pins, a surprise gift from House leadership for you. The ohia lehua flower featured on the pin is one of the first plants to grow after a lava flow, symbolizing resilience, renewal, and strength in the face of adversity, much like the work we do here in this chamber. This year also marks a historic milestone, with Speaker Nadine Nakamura, the first woman to lead the Hawaii State of Representatives and the first Asian and Pacific Islander female speaker in the nation. A powerful reflection of the progress we've made and the importance of continuing to open doors for future generations. As we head into conference, may this pin serve as a reminder of our shared values and commitment to shaping a stronger, more hopeful future for the state of Hawaii.
Thank you very much. Thanks for that surprise. If there are no further announcements, the chair would like to remind committee chairs that today is the second crossover filing deadline for amended Senate concurrent resolutions. Please file your committee reports and drafts with the Chief Clerk's office by 6 p.m. this evening. Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I move that this House stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. Monday.
Representative Garcia.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 11:30 a.m. Monday. Have a great weekend.